Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming by. I hope you had a good week. And today I wanted to go over different avenues of how I plan to make income from being an artist. If you have any suggestions, I'd like to hear them in the comments. If you have any questions, I'd like to hear them in the comments. But this is one of those things that I worried about whenever I was in the business of working a 9 to 5 or getting consistent income from somebody else, was wondering how can you make like an income from being an artist. And my biggest tip to summarize everything is having different baskets, different nest eggs. You can't have just one avenue. You can if you're lucky, or maybe after years and years you can narrow it down to just one, but getting started, it would be a good idea to network an avenue on different things and see what feels best to you, and selecting a few different ways that you feel like you could do for a while. So, this is just kind of my route. It's not the best way, or I guess maybe saying that isn't correct. It's not the only way, it's just my way that seems to make sense. Um, let's see. So, like I said in the last few videos, I came from the insurance world. So, being in management really taught me a few lessons on how to run a business, how to plan instead of a whole year of what you want to do to succeed, narrow that down into a quarter, into 3 months. So, what I did for the start of this year is I planned out, okay, what do I want to do in a year? And then I was like, okay, in order to achieve that, let's bring that down into 4 different spots. So I only really focus on this first quarter of 2024, and I'm going to go over the different ways that I plan to bring in income. I don't know if it's going to work out, but you know what? It created a plan. So this way, I'm not waking up every day thinking, what do I do today? But I did that already 2 days ago, but I haven't done this in like 3 months. So this is just a way to plan out. I'm not going to get into this. If y'all want me to get into this plan in a future video, just let me know. But what I am going to go into that this is helpful for this video is just the different ways to bring in income. So what I have on the first picture or on the first paper is really just those avenues. And for me, there's 5 different ways that I want to bring in income. And that means I have to focus on those 5 things throughout the year in order for them to be successful. So, first way is YouTube. I mean, hello, that's what I'm doing right now. You're watching it. There's a lot of pros and cons, I would say, from just what I'm learning. One of the big pros is that once this is going, once I have an audience and once I have my group and my videos are being watched, it will eventually bring in income. And not only that, but from what I've understood, and if I'm wrong, feel free to let me know, is that if this video that you're watching right now is still being watched a lot in 5 years, I'm still getting revenue from it. So I'm creating a way for, as an artist, I still get paid for something that I did a while back. So I'm getting that started. The con is that I have a whole day, a whole business day, to making a video, to editing the video, and to scheduling when it goes out onto the platform. Getting started, that takes time. I hope it gets lighter, but from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be a pretty consistent core or block in what I have to do for myself as an artist to bring in income for myself. Otherwise, there goes one nest egg. So that's one that I'm going to be doing. And you could do it too. I would recommend doing some research and getting to know YouTube itself. I've learned a couple of things. In order for you to get revenue from YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of hours watched, and you have to have it within a certain time frame. So you have to learn like the good tips and tricks on how to make your work interesting and your videos interesting. The next way, number 2, that I'm going to be bringing in income in 2024 as an artist is doing murals. Today I'm currently, or this past weekend, I'm doing my first mural. I'm not getting paid for it. However, it's allowing me to just do it. I'm learning a few things. Maybe I shouldn't use this pencil. Maybe I should use chalk instead. Maybe I should do this for the next time. It's helping me learn all of the mistakes, and I'm not getting paid to do it. So this way I don't feel rushed and I don't feel flustered to get it done. I'm just doing the best I can and I'm having fun with it. So I'd recommend that you do that too, unless you can find a way to get paid for it. That would be awesome. But my idea or my logistic thought process is that in order for me to prospect and to tell other business owners that, hey, I could do a mural for you, it's pretty nice to come to the table with something that you've done. And if all you have are little canvases, they might be a little weary of giving you an opportunity because this is money out of their pocket. But nonetheless, if you get murals done, that's a really good way to bring in an avenue of income, and it's really rewarding too, I must say. After this first one, I'm not done with it yet, but getting this first one done, it's really nice, and it really feels like I'm doing it. I'm an artist. I'm getting things done. And I'm putting it on my social media, and it seems like a lot of people who are following me really, really like that. I'm doing that too. So it's just a good feeling all around. But okay, so YouTube, number 1, murals, number 2, number 3 are brand deals. This one, I'm going to dedicate myself to getting brand deals for getting myself started as an artist. I don't know if it's something that I will want to continue doing once I'm established and once I'm proving to myself that I can make my own income from just my art. Brand deals are nice because you get paid by a company to talk about their product. But the backbone that goes into it is very sales tactic. You have to prospect X amount, like let's say 5 companies, and then maybe you'll get 1 brand deal out of it. And this is just getting started. This is just my experience. But once that one is selected, then you have to go through the process and then you get paid for it, right? So it's a lot of work to get the payout, but as an artist, you're really just looking at ways to get yourself some income. So for me, it's one of those, I'm going to do it because I need to do it as a starting artist, and eventually I won't need to anymore. But in the meantime, I have one day every week where I'm reaching out to 5 brands, and then the next week after that, I'm following up with them, and hopefully there's some success out of that. So far, I don't have any success, but honestly, I'm only on like week 2 of being consistent with it. That's another thing, is you have to be consistent. Otherwise, you sound unprofessional whenever you're talking to these brand deals, and you can't really go off of if it works or if it doesn't. But as an artist, that's the 3rd way that I'm going to bring in income for myself in 2024. Another way, number 4, is through retail. This one I'm excited about. Okay, wait, let me get a couple things. So I've been reaching out to my local boutiques here in the town that I live in, and I've just been letting them know that, hey, I'm just getting started as an artist. I'd be really interested to get my work in your store. I didn't really know if that was a thing, but I've learned that it is. It is. It's called consignments. And so what consignment is to where you bring your product to the business owner and you sell it for $30. Before you pick, okay, let me kind of rephrase this because my storytelling gets kind of confusing. You pick your product, you take it to the business owner. They get a certain percentage of the sale, of course, because it's their business. They're paying for the card fee, they're paying for the place of business, they're paying for the establishment. You need them. So they get a certain percent of the business and you get the rest of it. This I'm excited to do because not only can I do it in my town, but I can reach out to the rest of my state. I can reach out to the rest of the nation, right? So right now I'm only using my town because I want to see how successful it is. So this way, once I reach out to other places in the state, which Texas is a pretty big state, so I'm sure there's a lot of boutiques I can reach out to. I can say, hey, here's how well I'm doing. Could you please consider me? And then from there, nationwide. Now, the pro in this that I would say is that once you're started, you get a pretty good set of income coming for yourself, because the more places you're gonna be at, the more opportunity your art will be selling. The con is that you have to manually frame your work, and you have to call the businesses or reach out to the business owner and see how things are going. You have to send them more to fill their shelves, otherwise you're not going to get the success. But that's the legwork that you have to do as a business owner and a successful artist. If you don't do it, it's not going to get done. All of these things have pros and cons. It's just up to you to decide which one you're up for doing. But I wanted to show you that, look, I'm already so happy. I did come in contact with the business owner, and she really likes my work, and she gave me a couple of tips and tricks, and I'm gonna meet up with her this week to get my work in her store. So I framed them. I have a couple more to frame, and then we're good to go. This is just a really successful moment for me to have, because this will be the first boutique that my art will be selling in retail, and it's nice to know that my hard work is paying off. So it's just starting with one, but I hope that there's going to be a lot, not even I hope, I know there's going to be a lot more stores for my work to be in. And once that ball is rolling, it's just going to create another avenue of income for myself. There's ways to be a successful artist. It's just not advertised. It's not known, and there's no how-to book. And these things that I'm going over right now, I never thought about while I was working. I took a couple months from not working and being unemployed. And it was in those months where I actually got to give into my art and think about how am I going to make this work, that these ideas came across my brain. I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot of how-to on YouTube. I've done a lot of what can I do as an artist, but I really didn't know until these ideas came in my mind. I mean, of course, YouTube is a classic, but it's the matter of really seeing myself, can I do that? Is that possible? What does that look like? And thinking the whole process through. And these ways seem possible and easy, actually. So apart from all of that, my last way that I am planning to bring in consistent income is through my website. So I do have a website. It's in the link below. From that website, I'm gonna have opportunity to do a commission for you if you're interested in a specific thing. I can sell my prints on there. I can do tutorials on there. I can do monthly subscriptions. I can have all of these possibilities. It's ideally everything that I'm wanting to do all on one page. It's not up to date. That's one of the cons, is you have to keep up with it. Otherwise, it's going to be outdated and not helpful to your viewers and your collectors. So, blank out. But from your website, the pro is that whatever success you get from your website, you get all the profit, right? And the con is that it really is up to you to get it done. If you're not getting it done, then that's on you. So all of these things, it's on me to do, but it's a matter of, can I do it? Am I up for it? Am I committed to it? And I am. And it's happening every step of it. And I have a whole quarter for myself planned out every month to see how I'm gonna do this. And it takes away the worry of being overwhelmed. It takes away the worry of not knowing what I'm gonna do today or tomorrow or the week after. It's already thought out, so I don't have to worry about that. I just have to do it. I have to set my commitment, and I have to do it. If you're working at a job right now and you're thinking, I want to be an artist, but I don't know what that looks like, just set yourself a planner and start to change the scale a little bit at a time. That's what I did. And I hope this helps you. I hope this shows you that there are ways to make income from being an artist. The stigma of starving artists doesn't have to be a stigma if you can think of different ways to create income for yourself. It's not just drawing a picture and selling it. It's so many different ways. And I know there's more ways out there, and there's so many other things that I want to do, but for the sake of not being overwhelmed and not overcommitting, I have to stick to just what I know I can do. And at the end of this quarter, I'll think back of, how did I do this quarter? How did I do? What was realistic? What did I really not commit to? What was too heavy for myself? Why? And then I look at the next quarter and I plan ahead. But being an artist doesn't mean you have to be starving. It just means you have to know different ways, and you have to be proud of yourself, and you have to actually do it. So I hope this video helped. If you can, subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your family and friends so that my YouTube can kick off. That would be so helpful. I know it's going to, it's just a matter of when. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. And I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Bye.